Welcome back to Track Moments channel. Let's watch one of the most electrifying race mixed 4x400 meters race. And meet after the race for more analysis.
Nigeria will go in lane 6. Bahrain have the former world champion Salwa Nasser on the anchor leg. Italy, of course, have been very strong in the sprint events over the course of the last couple of major championships. Lane 3, Hungary. Just the two teams here, Hungary in this event. They have a 4x1 women's team as well. And India, who of course in the men's event at the World Championships placed in 5th position. So this event, India, as we say, good quality throughout their men's and women's squad. The US team, Matthew Bowling, Lina Irby-Jackson, Ryan Willie and Kendall Ellis. Again, the US, the likes of Noah Lyles and Gabby Thomas are here as well. And it's great at this stage of the season, Daph, as you mentioned, to have some real star names in this, even at a very early stage in the season for them.
Yeah, but you know, it's qualifying for the Olympics is a very important thing. So if you can do it now, it's the best preparation for the rest of the season. It's already in, so you are ready for the Olympics. So you can train for it, focus on it, and I think that's the best thing to do. And that's why the big stars are here as well.
There certainly are. See Lina Irby-Jackson on screen for the US. I've got to say the wind, Daph, it's hard to equate from up here as to exactly what it's doing to the athletes, but I must say 5 minutes before we came on air, half of my paper blew across the stand. Start list and stats and all sorts have gone flying through the air and are probably somewhere in the Caribbean Sea by now. But the conditions down the back straight, particularly for that long leg in this, the long part of the straight, if you like, seems to be in the runner's face down there. It's a tough part of the track.
I think it's more difficult on the other side of the track, but the 100-meter side is really good, I think, for them, but we don't know how it's on the track, of course.
Yeah, a bit more of an impact probably the 4x1 later on the second leg running down the back straight, which is a leg you know very well. Of course, as well as we see the Nigerian team preparing at the moment, the third leg, Chidi Okezi, and again in this particular heat, once again the team's all going with that tried and tested even male athlete to lead off, and then on leg 3 as well. We were talking about Daph, whether it make it more interesting, maybe in some exhibition events you draw it out of a hat, but for these guys were there trying to rehearse it all, the side just seeing the Bahrainian team as well. Man-woman has become a tried and tested formula for everybody.
Yeah, I think at the beginning they tried to change it up, but in this moment I think this is the best way to do it, because they've tried a lot, but I think this is the best way.
And how hard is it as an athlete? I mean, for example, if you're a female athlete running against a male athlete on the same leg and you know they're 200 metres behind, but they're probably coming. I mean, that's normally when you're running against athletes, they're right round you. You can see what everybody's doing, but when you've got no idea what's going on.
I think that's a difficult thing when you are a woman and you know that a male is coming. So I think that's very difficult to do that, and that's mostly for the fun and a bit of lactic. So I think it's the best decision to keep men in like the same position.
Hungarian team, as I mentioned, they've just got a couple of squads here out of the 5 events. There are a number of teams who have squads in all 5 of the events today. In fact, there are 14 of the federations have teams in all 5 of the events, over 150 teams across the 5 events, nearly 900 athletes from 54 countries. There is $40,000 per team prize money, by the way, for the winners of the final tomorrow as well. So the headline is for the ticket to Paris. But of course, that prize money, I'm sure, will be well worth the effort tomorrow as well. So South Africa on the inside, Mutikulu will lead them off, to Nkabui, to Nokia, to Helden Hayes, Matthew Bowling, Lina Irby-Jackson, to Ryan Willie, to Kendall Ellis for USA. Nigeria, Agazi, Olajuwebo, Okezi and Joseph. Bahrain, as I mentioned there, Musa Issa on the first leg, Adekoya, Ali and then Nasser on the anchor. Italy with Riccardo Melli to lead them off, to Polinari, to Genchadi and Bonora. Hungary with Molnar, Mato, Enyingi and Molnar. And on the inside, India, Ramesh, Rupal, Kumar and Dandy. So, well, I'll tell you what, the first heat disappointed it with the amount of drama we had in the home straight. Will we have the same again in second of the 4 heats, the mixed 4x400 metres. USA obviously will be favourites in this one. Italy have been strong, and Bahrain, if they can keep Nasser within striking distance as well, will be in contention for that second spot. Sun behind the clouds, it's a cool temperature now, still well in the 20 degrees Celsius and upwards region, but that wind right across the stadium really is blowing. So here we go, Nigeria were a pretty sluggish start there from Samuel Agazi, but he's got 390 metres to sort that out. Also a pretty conservative start from Rajesh Ramesh, right on the inside, the right shot for India. Matthew Bowling, right on the outside, just up on Mutikulu of South Africa. Outside him, a strong start from Attila Molnar of Hungary as well in the white and red as they go through the halfway point on this opening leg. Matthew Bowling, rising talent in the US running. Probably just about in the lead here for USA. Nigeria have run a strong second half of the race, Agazi. We'll wait for that first bench stagger to unwind. So Matthew Bowling to hand on to Lina Irby-Jackson for the USA. Just about getting the baton in the hand first ahead of Nigeria and Hungary. Italy in the blue in around about 5th position at the moment. They're being closed down outside them by Bahrain. We have Kemi Adekoya on the second leg. So Irby-Jackson is challenged down that back straight by Olajuwebo. of Nigeria. Those two have opened up around about 10 metres or so on the rest, with Hungary leading the chasing back at the moment from South Africa, Italy, Bahrain, and then come India at the back of the group of 7 at the moment. 2 passports to Paris available for this second heat. And it's the USA with Lina Irby-Jackson who'll be handing on to Ryan Willie for the third leg. Nigeria have Chidi Okezi waiting on their third leg. Back in the hand, USA weren't the smoothest there. Italy now have moved up into third position after that change. Lafo Bianchadi has the bat for them. South Africa in fourth with Anthony Nokia. Also going through very strongly in the early part of this third leg, Bahrain with Abbas Yusuf Ali. You can see wide out there. If that group of 4 can reel in Nigeria in second, Daphne, this could get interesting.
It's very interesting, but the first 2 are running really fast and they are out of them. Oh, they are coming now.
Oh, we've got a 4.
They are in a battle.
Bahrain have gone down. Top of your picture there. So they were out of the race. They will get another chance tomorrow if they don't complete. But it's Nigeria who on the final leg will have Esther Joseph. She'll be taking on for the USA Kendall Ellis. So Nigeria and US, they've got about a 15 or 20 metre lead now from Italy, South Africa, Hungary, and India a long way back. Bahrain are not continuing, they are out of it, so they will have to come back tomorrow in Olympic qualifying round 2. But it's Nigeria at the moment. Esther Joseph with Kendall Ellis, who has plentiful international relay experience. The challenge in behind at the moment is being led still by Italy. South Africa challenging them for 4th position, but now USA exerting their authority. Kendall Ellis into the straight. We'll have a little look up at the screen to see what's going on behind her. Nigeria looking to hang on here and surely will do from there, despite the efforts of South Africa moving up into third. So our next Paris Olympians in the mixed 4x400 metre relay will be the USA. No surprise. Good run from Nigeria, holding on Esther Joseph in the end to the line. And Nigeria on their way to Paris as well. The rest will have to come back tomorrow. And NASA, we talked about her, the 2019 world champion Daphne, never got a chance to get the win in her.
No, she's a really good athlete, but also like Alice was running really good in the last lap, because you saw that she was running, but then like easy going, and then the last 150 she was going. So that was really nice to watch that, because it was a very smart race from her, I think.
Well, the championship record the Netherlands set about 10 minutes ago has lasted about 10 minutes, because the United States, with that championship record time of 3:11:52, have written themselves into the history books, as I say, in this relatively short history of the World Relay Mixed 4x4. Bahamas were the first winners of that, as we spoke about earlier on. But again, drama in that one came actually from the failure to complete of Bahrain, rather than any dramatic changes in the top 2 positions that we saw. We might just get another look here. Is Ali, it's clipped from behind there by Molnar of Hungary. So it was all getting a bit tight, that little group of 4. And Bahrain never got the chance to complete. And of course, such is the difficulties. We see the US move there by Kendall Ellis, who really just put the afterburners on at the time of her choosing. Kendall Ellis, and easy winding it down towards the line there with the job done. Not a huge turnaround for some of these athletes. Some of those who brought reduced squads will be in action later on in the women's and men's 4x4 as well. And you can only change 1 team member tomorrow for the final in the mix. So there are some team selection, I guess not challenges, but some team selection things to consider, Daphne, as we see the confirmed result there. So Bahrain, it's not like your average championship heats and things where Bahrain might get advanced, or Hungary haven't finished in the top 2 anyway, so a disqualification for them wouldn't actually massively impact things, but that would be one for the officials to look at. But US and Nigeria, the best 2 teams easily in that one.
Yeah, it was an easy race. It was a really nice race to watch that, and I'm excited for tomorrow as well, because we have more to go, but USA was running really fast, so it was really nice to watch that.
So that's a qualified ticket is going to...
Wow, this is one of the most electrifying race ever recorded on camera. What you have seen look like a normal relay finish, but if you slow it down frame by frame, this might be one of the most chaotic and perfectly timed finish in mixed 4x400 meters race. Let's dive in by looking at these 2 teams, Nigeria and USA. 1 baton and a finish decided by milliseconds. Let's break down exactly what happened. Mixed 4x400 meters race, one of the most unpredictable events in track and field. Let's see this why. Because the order of the learners matters a lot. Team can choose when to praise their male and female athletics, and that completely changes race dynamics. In this race, Nigeria came in aggressive, USA came in calculated, and everything came down to the final leg. Let's rewind to just before the moment. Watch the baton exchanges. This is where the race are often won or lost. Nigeria's transition, clean, efficient, no hesitation. What about USA? Slightly more control, but they rely on closing speed. Now, pause right there. Look at the stagger. It may not look dramatic yet, but positioning is everything. Because in the 4x400 meters, it is not about who leads early. It's about who survived the last 100 meters. Let's watch the final legs. This is where everything changes. The Nigeria runners explodes forward, powerful stride, high knee lift, aggressive arm drive. But look at the USA runners. He's not panicking. He's tracking, measured steps, controlled breathing, waiting. And this is the critical, because going all out too early in the 400 meters, that's how you fade in the last 50 meters. Now, this is the moment. Both runners are side by side, stride for stride. You can literally see the tension, neither athletic giving an inch. Watch their form. Nigeria is slightly forward lean, pushing hard. What about USA? More upright, conserving just enough energy. And then, let's watch these 20 meters. This is where races are either won or stolen. The USA runner starts to surge. Nigeria responds instantly. And now, it is no longer about speed. It's about timing the lean. Let's slow it down. Frame by frame. Right here, both athletics are near even. But look closely. The USA's runner begin to dip slightly earlier. Nigeria is still full stride. Now this is frame. This is everything. The lean, the extension, the torso positioning. Because in track and field, the winner isn't the first to close with their feet. It is the torso that crosses first. And that split-second decision to lean. That's what separates victory from the second place. So, why was this finish so crazy? Let's see these 3 reasons. 1. Perfect timing. Both athletic peaked at the exact same moment. 2. Different strategies. Power versus patience. And 3. Photo finish. Level margin. This was decided in milliseconds. This wasn't just fast. This was race IQ pressure. And movements like this are why the mixed 4x400 meters relay is becoming one of the most exciting events in athletics. For more insane race breakdown like this one, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notification bell, and see us in the next one race. Thank you for watching.
Is he going? And then the last 150